So I just got this little impact wrench, Harbor Freight. I don't normally like to get stuff from Harbor Freight, but I've used this something like this before when I used to work at a scooter shop, a Chinese scooter shop of all places. And they were the owners were too cheap to buy real tools, so they always got the tools at Harbor Freight, and this was the impact wrench that they got. I think it was a different brand, but it's basically the same thing. What it comes with is the impact wrench uses a 12-volt cigarette lighter plug, 4 sockets, has a little battery. If you want it, instead of connecting it to the cigarette, you can connect it straight to the battery, and that cigarette socket could plug right in here. That would actually be my preferred method, because I think this thing uses a 15 amp fuse. There's actually a fuse in here. You take this apart. Was it this one right here? I think it was in here. Yeah, I believe it's in here because it comes with an extra fuse in here. So I think it's a 15 amp fuse. So normally a cigarette plug doesn't usually have, on a card, doesn't run 15 amps that I'm aware of. I think it's usually less than that. So so you don't want to blow up your fuse for your cigarette lighter, right? So it's best to plug it directly to the battery, I think. So I don't know about this one, but the one that I had that I used in the past at the shop, it worked really well, considering that we use it pretty much on a daily basis. How this thing works when you use it is that it winds up. There's a big hammer in here, a big anvil. It winds up, it spins up, and when it gets to a certain RPM, the spring releases it, and it hits the piece that connects to this. Then it will give you your impact. So that's how it works. So basically, that happens. That wind up and impact happens about once every second or two. So it's very controlled. So it's not very difficult to over torque. I mean, you keep on hitting it a bunch of times to over torque it, but for lighter stuff, you can hit it, have it hit it once or twice. Then bigger stuff, you can hit it 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So that's what I like about this thing. So this is a sort of a side of the road. Maybe you need to take off your lug nuts on your car or something like that. But it's good portable thing. What I don't like about what comes with the sockets here. These are supposed to be impact sockets, but I'm looking at the wall thickness on these. These are they're no thicker than regular sockets that I have. If I look at my Craftsman sockets, the wall thickness is pretty much the same, and the impact sockets that I have, the Craftsman impact sockets, are probably double the thickness in the wall thickness of this. So I'm not sure if these are really if these are real impact sockets or not. I don't think they are, because of that. Other thing is that these are standard. Basically, they're in inches. So not metric, and I would have preferred metric. But they're sort of metric equivalents. Like the smallest one is supposed to be like a 17 and a 19 and a 20 and a 22. But they're not exactly equal to the metric sizes. So I wouldn't necessarily use them for metric. That's how you strip your nuts and bolts that way when you use inches on metric tools, even though they're very very close. But they're not exact. The more precise of a fit, the better it is. So if I actually would take this with me on the road, I would actually replace these with metric sockets instead. Otherwise, this is a pretty neat little setup. I think I got this for about 25 bucks on sale at Harbor Freight. Normally, I'm not a big fan of Harbor Freight. Almost everything they have is pretty much junk. There's only a few items that I like, and this is one of them that I've used in the past that worked really well. This and a couple other things, but otherwise, the rest of the stuff is pretty junky. What else can I say about this? It's kind of big and heavy because it has that big hammer in here. And actually, I put this little zip tie on here just because I think the one we had at the shop, we use using so much that over time, this housing is sort of, so basically sort of want to split and separate and fall apart. When I remember correctly, that could have been from someone dropping it, but I noticed that I never dropped that wrench. Possible someone else did, or threw the wrench around or something like that. But just in case, that's why I put this little zip tie on here. But otherwise, it works really well. That's it. Thank you.